If for some odd reason this guy is not holding will, this should be a quick win. No will, no problem, right? Wait a second. No. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, getting ready to do some siege battles, man. They just started just a couple of minutes ago, so we're ready to jump right into it. But before we get into that, I do want to go ahead and showcase a couple of new units or a couple of recent changes here. I don't know if you guys caught me on the stream a couple days ago. We had recently gotten a free removal ticket, so we wanted to go ahead and make some changes for some of the units that we were talking about. Putting Rika on Will, putting Camila on Violent Set, and then of course try to incorporate a couple of new monsters for our account so that we can have a couple of options versus what we see in the current meta. So for those of you guys that have been struggling with Siege War, one of the biggest things that I'm running into, and I'm sure you guys are running into, is that with regards to like their towers and how they have everything set up. Obviously you're going to have certain towers that you're looking to hit, but every so often they'll create towers that essentially has almost duplicates of the same defenses or variations of the same defense. Certain Molong defenses or certain Grego defenses, some of the case like that. So I've been working on building a couple of units that can go ahead and counter those, as I am basically very limited. I'm sure you guys are as well on certain counters versus some of those top tier units. So we're looking to get up in there and try it out. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it real quick. So Camila was the first one that we were able to switch out here. We got her on a violent guard set, speed, or correction, attack or damage HP. A little bit low on the HP side, but we have the defensive stats coming into play on that guard set. And then of course, because of how her passive works, we're going to be able to keep a decent amount of effective HP here. Her critical damage is obviously a lot lower because she's not on that rage set anymore. But either way, I feel like the stats are pretty decent considering the quality of runes that I had available on the violent side. So I'm pretty happy with that. Regarding the rage runes and where did they go, we recently built a new unit that I honestly thought I didn't have, but apparently I had a copy of it in my summon henge from like a 4-star Hall of Heroes or something like that. So I have a Varus up in here. He's holding that rage set with a couple of other random runes here. I'm gonna make some changes to see if I can improve the critical rate a little bit. Because again, even though the amount of damage that is inflicted on these skills are going to be increased with both of these skills here, as the enemy's HP is a little bit lower, I want to make sure that those crits are consistent because again, he is an attack scaling monster, but because of the fact of how his passive works and whatnot, while we could have a little bit of HP to kind of keep him alive, I need to have enough attack, have enough critical rate, critical damage in order to take out those Pernas, in order to, or those whatever unit that they're kind of setting up for the reviving mechanic, take them out so that they don't have to revive back here. So those are some of the big changes. We did rune up our Varus. I feel like Varus is something that we don't see all too much in the 4-star meta. We've been seeing a lot of Gregos, but we haven't really seen all too much of the Varuses. So I'm going to play around with a double Revenge Will. I'll probably use it on like a 4-star defense, but also I will go ahead and incorporate it in certain teams that we can essentially take advantage of that first skill that has a chance to stun when we land a critical hit. Now I don't have that rune maxed out yet. When I do, I'll have the 100% max. So either way, basically the goal is to tank some of those light monsters there and naturally just take advantage of its counterattack. Force the opponent to go ahead and take this one on. We'll bring in a couple of other monsters that have an elemental advantage over their composition and try to get a couple of free counterattacks while we control the match here. Of course, Lagmon, the last natural 5-star, we recently runed up. You guys have already seen on that, but that's where his stats are. We stuck with that 220 speedish because that's the perfect spot to be if I want to keep him in line with my other units, my strippers. I don't want him to be going before him, but I don't want him to be before my resurging units and whatnot there. So I want him to be before it so that I can do the damage, then resurge, and then get another opportunity as well. I think some of those are some of the big changes there. We did improve Ludo's runes just a little bit here. Honestly, not really happy with it right now. The speed, for me to push anywhere from 220 speed right now for some of these other random units out there on Violent is extremely hard for me, but I've had a lot of great recommendations come my way as far as the benefit of Ludo and making sure that you get him to be as fast as possible, as his passive won't come into play until he gets that first turn here. So that's something to consider for some of you guys that are looking to mess around with that. Outside of that, we don't have any runes on Triana just yet. We're still trying to make an effort to get her going. I need a lot of fodder to get her going. I've kind of held back on her. I did have another offensive set, so we're going to be building Susano here. We're going to be playing around with him. He should do relatively well. Again, he's a really fun monster. If you guys haven't seen him, he has a reduction chance of getting the critical hit, and then of course a high resistance there. So a really unique monster. Obviously a big part of some of the metas out there in the 4-star siege defenses. So it should be pretty fun, and I'm excited to get this one of the way. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So it looks like everything's getting underway here. It's going to be Epic Fail Delta versus Reset and meownation. Both of them are running, like I said before, you know, Molong towers here. Essentially, they're creating a composition that everyone's going to have to use their Molong counters right away. Use some of those top tier monsters that they have, so that, you know, later on down the match, they have to basically deal with whatever they have left here. So we're going to go ahead and see which one we can find. We'll check to see if Giggles is available to attack. This time around, we'll go ahead and take a step back. We're not going to use our super OP units, but we'll definitely go ahead and bring in some of the monsters that should be able to do well. Now, we got the resistance lead. I'm a big fan of Avaris here. That resistance lead is pretty strong, and we're going to go ahead and use Chandra to try to get some additional turns and stun the opponent to keep those units locked down while I break down that Perna here. So once I find my Chandra, we should be good to go. I think he's up in the front here. Okay, so yeah, we'll take the lead here. Pray to the RNG guys that the resistance will help out with that strip stun once we get that shield from Helena into play. And outside of that, we should be good. Now, of course, we do have Chasoon that we're going to have to deal with. But again, if it's forcing down, or if it's focusing down on Helena, we should be okay as long as we can get that second skill in from Chandra, and we should be all right. So now we're going to go ahead and get this brand in. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to kill him right now, but we're going to have to take a couple hits here and try to do it. Now, notice that I'm actually going for the first go versus the second. I definitely don't want to let that Perna do what he does here. I should try. I think I should try to go for the slow, because I think it's going to help me in general. But you know, where I'm currently at right now, like, I feel like the stun mechanic on this unit is super strong, and so I want to take advantage of it. Looks like he was able to get the stun on Chandra, but wasn't able to strip the hug. So this is good for now, but we really need to get that shield back up here, right? So let's go ahead and try to stun this guy as well. Again, not too lucky here. We're not going to be able to take it out, unfortunately. And now we're basically praying to the RNG guys that we can stun this guy. We got the stun, but unfortunately, we had ourselves a situation here. We had that violent proc that almost took out Helena. Now we have to figure out what we're gonna do, right? We have Avaris. We have our Avaris coming into play. So my thought process is, if Chasoon does not have that Fallen Blossoms, let's go for the stun on Molong, and Avaris should be able to finish it out. We don't have to worry about it, right? Oh my god, I knew I should have just taken him out. GG, right? Okay, so here's the deal. We have to stay. I feel like we have to stay in this form. We definitely want to. We want to be able to tank those hits. Next time around, we're gonna be able to. I think do it here. Oh wow, 12K. No, that's it. That's it. Okay, we're definitely not gonna be able to finish this one here. We lost our unit. Man, that's a shame, because that Perna would have been. If we could have taken it out right where Avaris was, but again, I did not think that Fallen Blossom was up, so let's go ahead and end it right there. We'll have to run it back with a stronger comp. Okay, we're back at it again. Round number 2. Apparently, I got a super slow comp right now. I was not able to outspeed that Molong, but that was pretty standard. That was pretty expected there. Let's go ahead. Should we heal up? I think we should go ahead and heal up there, because I honestly want to remove that attack buff, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to take him out unless this Perna wants to Violet proc. That sounds about right. Oh my god, I completely forgot about the Chasoon putting the glancing on. So GG on that action. That's a very bad mistake on my part here, because that's obviously going to be something I'm gonna have to deal with if I cannot get that skill back up here. But if we crit right now, we will definitely we would definitely be in a good place. Even though Molong can do Molong things, we have that damage, you know, control, because he's going to be going after Leica. We don't have to worry about him getting one-shotted. Just only, you know, essentially strip stun here. Now, if he violent procs, wow, this is close. If he violent procs here and takes out a little bit more, oh, that was close. That was close. So he might be able to do it. He might be able to do it. We basically need to heal up a ton. So I'm gonna try to hit that Jasun real quick, and maybe I should go. Should I go for Jasun right now? I think I have my heal back up, or my immunity back up. Can we get the violent proc? We do get the violent proc. It's enough to take him out. Wow, turn of events right now as we switch him up over here. I did not think we were gonna be able to do it, but again, that's what happens when we record. One of two things happens, right? We either fail miserably, or we get a violent proc to keep us alive and make us look that we know, you know, like we know what we're doing here. Leica just holding it down right now with the it's a super low health, but apparently it was enough to get the job done. So GG, we were able to get Molong out, but unfortunately we had to use one of our tougher teams to take him out. Let's see what we got left here on this tower. The next one down, I believe, was Hanji, and he's running the Molong, Eladriel, and Feng Yang here. So this one's going to take a little bit of time. Obviously, if we leave that Eladriel sitting there, being able to revive, then we're going to have to deal with a lot of turnaround. But the good thing of it is that, you know what? I just realized that they have Eladriel, and he's going to be able to strip my buffs here. So this is not going to work as I intended, but we'll definitely try to get it done. So I'm thinking that we definitely need to get rid of that Eladriel first, but considering that how the Molong is, you know, using out his life with that Reckless Assault, if we can keep him locked down, we should be good. Now we got some more buffs in here to essentially help out with that, you know, Eladriel not removing the buffs that we want. We obviously want to keep our counterattack. Take note that I went for the first skill versus the second, right? We want that hit point disturb because we know Eladriel is going to go ahead and heal up right now. He's going to attempt to and fail miserably here. We got a couple of defense breaks in. We were able to increase the attack bar, so now we're going to go ahead and switch it up. I think we can go ahead and tap him. Should we tap him? Let's try to tap. Man, this is crazy. So let's try to tap the Eladriel, because we know that this guy is going to be able to take him out, right? Should we do this? Should we do this? I think we should. Let's force a revive. Let's force a revive. Let's do this hit here, and then now he's going to revive, and he's going to be super low unless he violent procs right now and heals. Do not violent proc and heal. Let's get that hit point disturb on there. We missed the hit point disturb, but that is okay. Maybe we could take him out with a crit. Oh man, we weren't able to, but that's all right. We'll go ahead. Ooh, we definitely don't want to do this. So let's go ahead and just do first skill, take him out, and now we have to hope that that shield can hold so that we don't get wrecked here from that Molong. So even though we don't have a good chance of stunning them right now, which we do, I had to gamble a little bit there. I didn't want to touch Feng Yang. I wanted to go ahead and keep him alive and not deal with that counterattack. Now we got an opportunity to sneak in that defense break, so let's go ahead and slow down Molong, as I don't want him to strip all the buffs here. We had the critical rate bonus there from Kamoon, so I was trying to see if we can get a little extra DPS here. And now with 4 buffs, we got Chilling. Should be able to take him out, no problem out. So now we can go ahead and auto it out here. So not too bad so far, not too bad. This video should be out today. I'm thinking what's today, March 22nd here. So if you guys are seeing this right away, definitely stop on by tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to go ahead and stream a little bit tonight. We got one of our long-time followers. We're bringing it back here with a lot of summons, so we should be able to, you know, try to sneak in that natural 5-star for him. He's been super unfortunate for pools as of late here, so we're hoping to give him some luck here. My man, Mr. Baby J, he's going to be back with us tonight, so hopefully you guys can stop on by. For this next one, normally we would do, I would do some kind of a Lushen comp or whatnot here, but I don't want to use my main 2 units right now. So I'm going to try to cheat the system, bring in that Leo, and then hope that the Ethna is doing what it's intended to do, coming in there with like a super fast despair set or whatnot, but maybe not on Will. If it is on Will, we're definitely going to feel that one, as we need to stop her from doing what she's going to do. But if we can somehow manage to either watch her derp. For this next one, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, I would generally bring in like a Leo, Lushen comp, and I would use my main units here, but I think we'll go ahead and save Charlotte, we'll save Bastet, and we'll use Leo to run the lead, right? And then we'll go ahead and bring in Megan to get that first turn and try to take these units out. My guess is that this Ethna is super fast, may even be on Swift, but I personally believe it's going to be on a Despair set. You know, she's looking to strip stun, try to throw in that Sierra Bomb afterwards, and let Theo do Theo things. So if for some odd reason this guy is not holding Will, this should be a quick win and a GG here. But let's see. I can see a Despair Will Ethna to set us back. No Will, no problem, right? Wait a second. No, this is going to be a problem. Don't Violet Proc right now. Don't Violet Proc. What is going on? How fast are these guys? Oh my goodness. So I don't know if it's going to be enough. I do not know if it's going to be enough there. Holy cow. They outsped. I'm trying to figure this out. They outsped. Their Theomars with the leader skill has to be pushing 250 or something like that. Something crazy, right? So let's go ahead. Yeah, I don't even really know who to go for now, because we have to deal with this. We have to deal with this Theo that has the Endure procs. The only downside to that situation right there was the fact that we had the dot on, so we were able to do good there. So let's go ahead and try to take this bomb out. This bomber out. Yep. Okay. So far so good. We need a crit. Oh, come on. Go with the violent procs. Oh my god. If we had a vampire set on this unit, then we would be perfect. Should that dot kill him? I think the dot should kill him. Should the dot kill him? We got to do it. We got to let her go for it. We got to try to put the dot on Ethna for the win. Stop it. Oh, Joe. So gross. Oh my god, dude. Okay. That's it, man. That's it. Because Lord knows it's not going to get much better than that. That was a nasty win. Boy, Gilgamesh, that made me look stupid with that 250 plus DMRs. But again, I'm just so like stuck with my like 200-ish DMRs that I don't really feel like, I don't see a lot of people like go out of the way to like push the envelope on DMRs lately, because they got so many other premium NAF5s. But hey, that's what happens when you underestimate your players, right? So that's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of the Siege Wars. If you guys want to see more live, just please stop on by twitch.tv/Childish402. We try to get up in there on those Tuesdays and those Thursdays that we have the Siege Wars going. It just kind of depends on what's going on with regards to our stream and what we have kind of set in place. But either way, guys, as always, thank you all so much for your support. It's your boy Childish and ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next Summoners War video. I'm out.